Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I wanted to talk about a fight that just recently got announced, and it's a fight that I like it. I like this matchup a lot. I really think this is a great matchup in the light heavyweight division, particularly when you factor in that both these fighters are good names domestically in the UK and are good fighters with good styles that I've come to enjoy over the years. Now, May 21st, you guys can say the date. Joshua Buatsi, one of the top young light heavyweights in the world, will be taking on former WBA world title challenger Craig Richards. And Craig Richards, I had a chance to meet him and interview him in November. He's a friend of the channel, a friend of the program. I like Craig Richards. Tall, rangy guy, proven at that domestic level. He's a top domestic level fighter, a fringe world level contender, a guy that fought a world-class fighter in Dimitri Bivol and made him look not his best. Gave Bivol a real hard time. And you could say if maybe he had a bit more experience at the world level, might have been more well equipped to deal with Bivol. Maybe could have probably beat him. Like, it was that good of a fight from Craig Richards. A good fighter. But beating the guys like Shakan Pitters, beating the guys like Andre Sterling and Jake Ball, and been the underdog against all odds. At the domestic level, overcame them to get to this position where he is now. But now he will once again be the underdog against a guy in Buatsi who is, just a top fighter. When we talk about Buatsi, we're talking about a guy that was an Olympian, represented the GB team. When we talk about Buatsi, we're talking about a guy that has not had any fight go to a decision since March of 2018. So he's on like I don't know how, let's count it. He's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's on a 10-fight knockout streak. Probably the quietest 10-fight knockout streak in boxing. So I think this fight is a benchmark fight in the career of Buatsi, because he really hasn't had any fights with guys at this level, in my opinion. He's boxed your Reno Quinlans and your Richard Bolotniks and the guys like that. But now we're to a stage now, Buatsi, where we're gonna see how good he is. And a guy like Richards will definitely give us a good idea of where that's at. Now, one thing that's very interesting about this fight, and I want to kind of bring this up before I get into the matchup and the styles and stuff like that. This fight's on May 21st. It's in the UK, which is also the same day that Demetrius Andrade is fighting Zach Parker. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because, Eddie Hearn will more than likely be at this fight. At least I think so. I think he will more than likely be at this fight because it's his show more so than Zach Parker versus Andrade. So if that's the case, and I'm bringing it up in advance, that's not really a good look for Eddie Hearn. But as far as Craig Richards versus Buatsi, really interesting fight. Like, Craig Richards, one advantage that he always enjoys over most of his opponents is that he's normally the longer, rangier guy. He's always a longer, rangier guy. This won't be the case when he fights Buatsi because Buatsi's pushing a 74.5-inch reach. Richards has a 73-inch reach. So how is Craig Richards going to deal with a slightly longer fighter? Can he control range? Can he control distance? Can he fight at that same level he did when he fought Bivol? Because I'll tell you this, if Richards can fight the same way he did against Bivol, then I think this is going to be a very interesting fight. It could be one of those fights where, a highly touted prospect gets exposed, But I'll be honest with you guys, and I said this in the video that I did 3 years ago, and the video didn't get a lot of views, but I remember saying this. This was 3 years ago, back in 2019. There's not many, if any, fighters in the Matchroom Boxing stable, USA or England, that I class higher than Joshua Buatsi. I think Buatsi, if you said, BT, you know what? You got to pick a British fighter in the Eddie Hearn stable to not just be a world champion, but be the kind of guy that can make 1, 2, 3, 4 defenses and be a consistent champion. If you had a gun in my head and I had to pick one, and I'm recording what I said in 2019, but if you had a gun in my head and I had to pick a guy in the stable from the UK, that Buatsi probably would be my guy. It wouldn't be a Coley, even though he defended it a couple of times. Wouldn't be AJ. Wouldn't be none of those guys. It'd be Buatsi. I just think Buatsi he's done the right things in his career. He has the right temperament. Like, he can punch, he can box. He's been training in America, getting top sparring. He's done everything right you could do in a career. And I think this fight for him against Craig Richards is going to be one where I find out if he's a hype job or if he really is that guy that could be the next light heavyweight champion from the UK. You know, like right now as it stands, right? Richards is ranked number 7 in the WBA. Right now, Buatsi is ranked number 3 in the WBA and number 2 in the IBF. So Buatsi's knocking right at the door of a title shot against either Beterbiev or Bivol. And based on what I see this fight, I'm going to know a lot about if Buatsi is actually ready for that caliber of fighter. Because so far, he's conquered the domestic level. He's conquered that fringe world level. Can he conquer a guy that's actually challenged for a world title and given a good account of himself against one of the top fighters in the division in Craig Richards? You know, good fight. Hell of a fight. Brilliant fight. I'm looking forward to seeing if Buatsi is the goods or not. You know, and I want to find out what's fact or fiction. You know what? And from the Craig Richards standpoint, because when I met Craig here in Vegas back in November, I did grow to like him. You know, I want Craig to go in there and fight the fight of his life. You know, you're getting a great opportunity to fight an Olympian, undefeated guy, top contender, and it's really a chance for Craig Richards to show that he's one of the top light heavyweights, that he's a guy that people should be talking about. You know, it's one thing to be underrated. It's nothing to be the guy that actually is in the big fights that people are talking about. And this is his chance to become that guy. So, may the best man win. May 21st. Save the date. Joshua Buatsi versus Craig Richards. Let me know what you guys think about it. Who are you favoring? Leave your comments down below. You know, take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.